Hi, and welcome to Serenity Cove Crafts. My name is Linda, and I'm so happy that you're joining me. I'm sorry it's been a couple of months since I've uploaded anything. Just been crazy and dealing with my little dog. He ended up crossing the Rainbow Bridge, so, but, he was 16. But I am back. I'm back to designing on my Etsy store and with you guys. Now, I just wanted to jump in and just try to do a quick tutorial. But what we're going to do is we're going to make this little guy here. Look at it. And look, I wrote, it's okay to have a meltdown. Or you can write, what did I do? You can write anything you want. Meltdown, it's okay to have a meltdown, season's greetings, whatever. But he's a little melted snowman. Now for this, you're going to need your 46 or 48 pin machines. I use the 46 Addi, okay, and then you need your 22 pin. I use the Addi. And if you have an I-cord maker, you can make the scarf on your I-cord maker. I'll tell you how long in a little bit. But I wanted to come and show you how to make it just by doing it on a knitting machine. Okay, look, and that's basically a 5-stitch panel, and it curls inwards like an I-cord, and I'll show you how to do that. That will be the first thing that we do, okay? Little cute guy, oh, I love him, I love him. Okay, what you're going to need, okay, you're going to need yarn rather. Let me just put these in here. I just used Bernat Premium for the snowman, and it was winter white. I could have come into my yarn stash and grabbed a real white, but this was accessible. So that's what I used. I used that, and then just some Bernat Premium Black. And this is actually an amazing project for using up your extra yarn. Okay. This is stuff from, it's Big Twist. And it is Jingle Bell Stripe. So that's what I'm using here. Okay. For this one, I used a black pipe cleaner. But for my next one, I'm just going to use just one of these like shish kebab or these mini dowels. See, that's really small. That's what that is. And you will also be needing, with this guy, let me just show you here. I embroidered the stick hands on. Now you can go ahead and do that. But what I'm going to do for this next one is I'm going to make branches for his hands out of just dark brown pipe cleaners. The nose, this one, I actually folded over a pipe cleaner and then wrapped orange yarn around it. I'm not going to do that this time, but that's an option, okay? If you don't have orange pipe cleaners, I'm going to show you how to make a nose with this. Okay, you will need your trusty glue gun. You will need glue sticks. You will need a piece of cardboard just to write your message on. Oh, and I deliberately wrote like kind of crazy and the meltdown. I made sure that my letters were kind of a little wonky. Okay. Now for the sign, you can just use stuff like this. I used some brown paper bag colored cardstock. So that's what I used. Okay. Now you'll also need, I have this template. This one I did not use a base. But see, it's floppy. So if you want your little guy to be floppy like that, go ahead. Don't bother with a base. But what I did is I measured 5.5 inches. So I found this. Now this is a little big. This is 6 inches, but I'll use it anyway. Just go ahead and kind of put it in the middle. I'm going to trace. Go into your cupboard if you have saucers. You may have a plate. Now this is a little bigger, but we're then going to do is for this particular one, and this is just an Amazon box, I'm actually going to go on the inside of the line and cut. See that? So I'm trimming off some excess, and the excess that I trim off should bring it closer to the size that I'm looking for. Right, move that over a bit. There we go. Okay, so you get the idea. Not too bad. Get pretty close. So let me just move this stuff out of the way. I've got the yarn. You're going to need scissors. Good pair. If you're cutting the cardboard, something nice and sturdy like that. Okay, and you're going to need your needle, your scissors, and I think that's about it. A little bit of stuffing for the head. Okay. Now what I did is I knit up all my pieces ahead of time. So I'd like you to do that. Now my stitching, I lost control of my my tension here. But that's all right. I'll put that underneath. It's just for demonstration. You're going to do this on your 46 or 48 pin. Okay. And what I did with that is I did 34 rows. Okay. I'm just going to move the snow out of the way. So that's our snow. It's down here. Okay. Then I made the head. Okay. So with the white, easy to remember. 22 pin machine, 22 rows. I did the exact same thing for the hat. 22 pins, 22 holes. But there's one more piece. I want to teach you how to knit the scarf. Now I'm using my my 22 pin Addi. Okay, and I'm just going to grab this Jingle Bell yarn. Alright, so I cast on. And what I'm doing is I'm casting on to 5 pins only. Starting at my first pin here. Grab your tail end, cast on. I'm going to actually zoom in so you can see. I do have a tendency of moving my machine around, right? So, under the first pin, okay, under the first, behind the second, under the third, behind the fourth, under the fifth. Now that's casting on. Okay, so we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is pin number 5. So I'm going to keep cranking in this direction, casting on. Now the stitch doesn't get made until, try to show you here, until this bar, the yarn goes under the bar. Okay, this red bar right here. You see that? Watch, just watch it closely. The yarn, there, the yarn just went under it. So now I'm ready to go back into the other direction. Sorry, I'm pointing the wrong way. Okay, go back. And that's casting on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's my fifth pin. We're going to the outside. We're waiting for this, for the yarn to drop under this pin. Under this bar right here. So it's the bar that's to the right of your cast on, and then it's to the left of your last pin. Okay? And there it goes. It just went down. Now I can go in the other direction. And you just got to watch out. Usually, if you're going to have a problem, it's going to be your first or your last pin. I'll just show you here. See, it was trying to rise. It's actually going down now. But you want to make sure that the yarn here just goes down. Okay? And under that red bar here, now back in that direction. Okay, and see, that's another example right there. Just show you. It's kind of got caught here. So I'm just going to push that down. And continue until we get to this side. And back in that direction. See, with the Addi, once it straightens itself out, it's usually pretty good. I don't have problems with the end pins. With my Sentro, I always had to keep an eye. Always, always, every single row. Okay. Just going to go back and forth like so. See that? Going back in that direction. Okay. I like to tug at the tail here. And just keep going. And then back. I'm going to leave you to it. Get the hang of it. We're going back and forth, back and forth. So I'm saying go at least 15 inches. I'll come back and I'll measure it just to let you know what I decided with. So off camera, I'm going to be knitting the rest. And then afterwards, we get to do the assembly. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm just going to show you how to cast off. So what I like to do is just bring my carriage back to this side. Coming back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to count periodically just to make sure you haven't dropped a stitch or picked up a stitch. Okay. What I'm going to do now, just releasing the yarn, cutting it here. I am threading it through this crazy needle. There we go. Now to cast off, these are the pins that have stitches on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These look like there's yarn under them, but they're not stitches. So we're just going to go ahead, going to release the carriage, pull your yarn out, close that carriage door. Now we're going to start cranking this way. We're going to, which will release this piece of yarn here, and look, it releases that one. So now we're left just with our stitches. So just hold your yarn over to the side and crank until your stitches are over here. Now, we're just going to cast off. Just pick that up for you. Actually, I'm picking it up for me to see. Because the red on the red. That's not the most pleasant color. There we go. 4 and 5. Right. Right. I'm just going to measure it for you. Actually. And I have, of course, you're going to pull it once you get out of the machine. You need to stretch it. Now it looks like an I-cord, and I've got about 16.5 inches. So I am just tying this off. Nothing special. Nice little knot. Just going to weave that in and out in the middle here. Tie this off. Hide this in, same way. Just kind of in and out, in and out. So, I hope you're doing well. I hope life isn't being too stressful for you. It is. It can be the most wonderful time of year, but it can also be a very stressful time. Okay, first thing I'm going to do now, just put this aside. I'm going to grab the snow, I'm calling it the snow part, the part that's melted on the ground. So the puddle. Okay. Stretch the pieces. Okay, like I said, I'm not happy with this end. If I were doing it for a show, something like that, I would redo it if I was selling it. But this is just to quickly show you. You will be paying more attention to your tension than I did. Okay. So this is going to be the end for the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and cinch it. Right. Tie that off a couple of times. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our template. Let's go ahead and put it in here. I'm just going to be double checking to make sure you know what? I don't like that. Okay, what I am going to do though, is I can use it as a base. Glue this guy onto a base so he's not so floppy. All right, that was a lesson learned. You get to be with me when I'm going through my crazy design method. Right. So that didn't work, so now I'm cinching and tying both ends. And that's okay. Even though I made it once already, I changed it up. And the way I wanted to change it up didn't work. It's okay. If you wanted to use the cardboard inside, double this. So go to, it's 34 rows I did, so go to 68. And then double it. Cinch and tie both ends, double it, make a drawstring, and then you'll have a solid coverage like that, if you decide to do it that way. All right. See, the only thing with not having the cardboard under it is you're going to have to be quite careful. You notice here, when I was embroidering, I ended up kind of going through both layers, and I was trying just to go through the top. All right. So, I'm going to double our work. Going to take this bottom piece. I want this to be my bottom, so let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm doubling my work here. Going through one end, and then I'm passing it through the exact middle of the other end. Okay. Now you'll recognize it. There you go. See, now it looks like it's been cinched and doubled. Looks like a beanie. I'm just going to go ahead and tie this. Right. And now, once you start putting the snowman pieces on, it'll help your snow here from buckling. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and hide these ends. Right, so I wanted that on the bottom. Okay, got our snow circle. Just move that over. And I can't remember if I mentioned you'll need a couple of eyes. These ones here, I just use little black ones. But if you don't have little safety eyes, you can always glue on. You can get some of the eyes that they're flat in the back. They're like flat back cabochons. And then you would just glue them on. But these have safety. These are safety ones. Okay. And then the backing goes on it. But it's entirely, I'm a big believer in working with what you have. Right? So now we're going to grab the snowman's head. Right? In this case, I'm just doubling it like this. Put the middles together. Oh my goodness. My family, my father's French. And then all of a sudden I just turned French here. I don't speak French very well, but oh, my father just came out of my mouth there for a second. And it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. My dad was a great man. Okay. Gonna hide the ends. And I'm just hiding that in here. All right. Pull that. Now we're going to do a drawstring this way. Right? Some people do their drawstrings after they've stuffed. I always do mine before I stuff. This way I can gauge whether I need more stuffing. Okay, so let's just kind of come in here. Get yourself a longer piece of yarn in the white. And you're going in at the end here. You're just picking up every second. You're picking that one up, you're skipping over the other one. Picking that up, skipping over. Gonna do that. Now you're pulling your drawstring. Don't pull too tight. You don't want that to come undone. Leave this hanging. And just in and out. So where do you live in the world? I'm in Canada and I'm in southern Ontario. So we don't get, well, the weather, it's hard to, okay, I was going to say we don't get harsh weather. No, we do. No, we get walloped at times, but we got our first snowfall where I live a couple of days ago. The first snowfall where snow actually stayed on the ground. And now it's cold. It's cold, it's icy, but by Sunday it should be melting. So, yay! Well, yay for me. I'm getting old. When you get old, it's not funny when you slip and fall on the ice. So, come on, you guys know about this. Okay, so I've got my drawstring. What I'm going to do is grab some stuffing. And we'll be doing safety eyes actually first. Okay. Now the great thing, the beautiful thing about this project is he's melting. Okay, you could have the eyes can be crooked. He's melting. His pieces are falling off. You embroider a little crooked, that's fine. He's melting. Okay, so it makes it a perfect project to start out with. I would say you can't mess it up, but it takes a little effort to try to mess it up. Okay, so let's see. Just gonna put one here. And honestly, I couldn't tell you where I got these eyes. I'm thinking Amazon. Could be Temu. I kind of went down a Temu rabbit hole with craft supplies last year, so they could be from there. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to put the eyes up a little higher. This one like this. Hang on a second. Try to come over here. All right. And usually you want to make sure that your eyes are precise and they don't, you know, I mean, you've got them where you want them. We don't have to worry about that for this project. Okay, so I'm going to flip them over. I'm just going to apply the safety backs, or yes, the safety backs. So I'm just flattening this here. Now, if you've got black beads, you can do the eyes that way. Okay, now stuff. Now this is why I like to have my drawstring already in. I'm not committing to closing it here. Let's see. What do you think? I think we'll put a little more in. All right, let's go ahead and tie this off. Okay, go ahead and hide this. Normally, what you would do is if when you cinch it like that, your drawstring, when you pull it tight, you have a little hole. You would just go in and just sew it, like so. You don't have to worry about this with this project because this little hole will be sewn, your head will be sewn down. So you just position it so that you're sewing around that hole so it doesn't get exposed. Alright, so I've got the eyes on. And now that I have it stuffed and tied, look, it's looking a little crooked. That's actually awesome. It'll be good for on here. Okay. And if you're one of these people that, you know, this type A personality where it has to be done perfectly, this is not the project for you. Okay. We're going to embroider. I know in certain areas of in my life, I'm like that. Things have to be precise. But with this particular project, the meltier, the better. Now I'm going to, let's see, does it really matter? So what you're going to want, you're going to want the head to cover your middle cinched hole or your cinched end. And I'm not putting this cinched end entirely on here. I'm kind of, look, okay, see that? I'm actually line them up and then I'm sliding it down. Okay. Let's slide this guy down so that I could sew him in with his head, you know, kind of like that. So, just going to, I will start right over here. I'm going to grab a couple of stitches from one side. Grab a couple from over here. Now I won't be able to do, I mean, because of the puckering here, because of the cinching, I won't be able to do proper mattress stitching. But I am going to sew it on the best way that I can. And that's all that you need to do. So this would be a great project to get the kids involved in. Like I said, perfection is not part of this project. So it's a wonderful project to Get the kids, the grandkids. It'd be a cute little class to teach. It would be a cute little class. Yes, I think it would. And his scarf is going to be around there. So it's no pressure. Absolutely no pressure here. Let me just zoom out a bit. There we go. It's got that octopus shape to him. And that's how I design. I might see an octopus in him and decide that, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I could do an octopus? And I can sometimes pull things off. Sometimes I'm overly ambitious with my planning. Okay, so you just sew them till you have, what do you think? I like that. I like the lopsided look to it. See that? He's melting, and he's not melting very elegantly. Okay. Now I have to grab some of these puckered pieces just so I can close that gap. Go in there and grab some stitches. And I'll do one more stitch over here. Let's see, how do I want that to go? I'll just pin this piece in. Like so. I'm just tying it off. Tie it off, hide the ends. All right. So I've got my glue gun heating up. Right. Now, what I'd like to do, okay, I want to embroider the mouth. Just grabbing some black. All right, so I'm going to kind of go over here and going to, let's see, do a little crooked. I'm going to start it almost between the eyes. Okay. And I want it to go up like that. Now I'm going out. And then I'm still, while I'm exiting, I'm still controlling this last stitch. So I'm gently guiding the yarn with my thumb. There we go. How's that? It's not too depressing or too scary. Give him a little bit of a smile. Yeah, maybe we'll make him a little happy. So to hide the ends, you never want to pull hard at this, because this will just pucker on you. So gentle, gentle. If you exited the exact same hole right up here, gentle, tight. Tie it. Don't pull tight. You don't want that to pucker. Just tie it in a knot. So now I am just rethreading this, and I'm going in this same hole. And I'm just going to exit somewhere else. We're just hiding the tail ends without pulling and puckering that. Okay, you pull it, it should hide your entry place here. Okay, I think that's kind of cute. There we go. So my guy is kind of melting down all over. I actually like the puckered look here. All right, so now we're going for a head for the hat. So the hat, let's see. This one has a little bit of the green in it. So I think I'm going to put that on the outside. So I'll just double it, passing the inside tail end to the outside. We're going to pull these together, right? And we're just going to tie them. Tie that nice and tight. Right. And the tail ends get hidden. There we go. It's got a little beanie. It's going to be a single brim beanie. I mean, you could try to roll it and tack it, but I didn't make it that size. Whoopsie. Mission incomplete. There we go. All right. So it's up to you how you want to sew the hat. This is the outside. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to tack that. Let's just take a look here. Not sure if I want this end or this end. I'll go with this end, being the outside. Grab a little bit of this colored yarn. I'm just going to stitch this hat to the head. Right. Just going to kind of start at the back, grab a couple of stitches, hang on to your tail end. Right. So I hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking forward to Christmas. Do you do Christmas? Not everyone does Christmas. We don't do it, you know, so much anymore. We don't do the tree. We're in an apartment, so we're not putting up the tree, not decorating. I do have a wreath on the door that I made. Made a nice little knitted wreath. And it's got a couple of white owls on it. So, well, it's about as festive as it gets. I'll live vicariously through you. How does that sound? I'm just going to pause this. You got the idea here. Okay. See, when you pull it, smooth it out. So I'm going to pause. You go ahead and sew. If you want to tack that down so that it faces upwards, you can tack it into this snow down here to tilt his head. So it's entirely up to you. So I'm going to continue sewing around and let's see what I end up with. I'm all the way around and now I'm just going to tie the tail ends. Look, he almost looks like a little mushroom. Look at that. Well, that'll have to be another project. Sometimes my ideas come to me, they come to me so fast and furious that I can't do things fast enough. There we go. All right, so now my glue gun is, my glue gun, look at this. It's been, I've had it on for about half hour, hasn't been plugged in. So, so that's how I'm doing. Seriously, it's all good. So we're going to go ahead and turn on your glue sticks. Or your glue guns, rather. Let's see. I have to go like so. It's kind of like that. And there's his little scarf. Just going to tie it, wrap it around his neck. He's melting. He's melting. Doesn't, you know. It could be tight. It could be loose. Actually, I think if he's melting, it would be loose, wouldn't it? Why don't we go with loose? And when the hot glue gun's ready, I'm just going to tack just a tiny bit. Why don't you go ahead and grab your orange pipe cleaner? Let's see. What am I going to do with it? When I don't know what to do with something, I just start twisting. Okay? Actually, this can be the tip of the nose. So I just kind of folded it in half, twisted it really well on the folded part. And let's see, I'm going to want the carrot to be about yay big. Maybe, what, you don't understand what yay big is? Yay big is about an inch, a little over an inch. Okay. And so usually you want your carrot to be a little, you know, pointier at the end and a little chunkier towards the base here. So I'm just going to take these two tail ends like so. Actually, I only need one of them. Okay. I'm just going to take this one here and I'm going to just start wrapping it. Wrapping. I'm just going over here because I'm trying to thicken the base. So I want it to look thicker. So I'm just twisting and adding more thickness to the end of the carrot here. Okay, so now I'm starting to weave my way down. I'm spiraling my way down. I'm not spiraling downwards. Oh, not this year, but a spiral. Okay, so we're kind of spiraling and pinching, twisting at the same time. Okay, right here. There we go. What do you think? Oh, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to twist a tiny bit more just around the outside here. Oh, just around the base. All right. What do you think? Looks carroty, doesn't it? Okay. Alrighty, now let's see. I've heated that up enough. Okay. I'm just going to add the slightest dollop. Dollop here. Okay. And then just push it down because I want it to stick to the white part. A little bit'll do. Okay. Tack a tiny bit in the back. There we go. Right. And I'm just going to glue this. Just in between the knot, I'm just putting a little bit of glue. All right. And don't go crazy with the glue. I can't. I say that from experience. So there we go. What do you think? How's yours coming along? Okay. So I'm going to take the carrot now. Little bit of glue on the end of the carrot. Sorry. There we go. Not a lot. flip you up. And let's go ahead. There you go. Oh my goodness, look. I love them. I love it. Okay, pipe cleaners are definitely the way to go. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sometimes I amaze myself with my genius, and other times I don't. It's okay. Okay. I'm gonna taking one of the brown twist ties. Let's see, there's one move it over here. And twist it. Just making the stick. Let's see, how long are we going to want a stick arm? Let's see. Go as long as you want. No right way, no wrong way. I never measure anything, but I know when you're, especially when you're new, it's hard. You need to be able to visually relate. So I'm going to do about 2 inches long for a branch. What do you think? Go with that. While I'm at it, I'm just going to take the other one, fold it as well, twist, twist. Might as well do them at the same time. This way I can get the same-ish length. Okay. This one is like so. Okay. Let's stop about here. And I'm just going to cut these down. And we just want it to look like a stick, a twig. Okay, so one of the end pieces that I cut off, I'm just going to throw it in the middle. And I'm just going to kind of wrap this around. I'm just making it all up here as I go along. Just pulling it out of the top of my head. There we go. Hey, it's there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. What do you think? That is awesome. All right. Cut this one down a bit. Let's see. And I'm not measuring. I'm not, one stick is going to be longer than the other. If you went outside and grabbed a stick, 2 sticks, they wouldn't be identical. So they don't have to be. We're not trying to get them to be. Okay? So, well, basically, let me just explain here. I'm just taking this piece, just kind of putting it in the middle of the V. See the V? Like so. And then I'm just wrapping this around. God, I feel so good just doing stuff with you guys. I love my customers. I love my customers. They're the greatest. But you guys, I usually get to see the feedback, and most people don't leave reviews when they purchase things. So I get to read your comments. So if you like my tutorial, please, please, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit notify, and you will be notified when my projects come out. How do we think about this? What do we think? Under? No, this is going to be over. A little closer to the front like that. I think that looks good. Just remember, these are just falling. His sticks are falling as he's melting, so it's they're just going to fall wherever they land. Now, I'm just going to take tiny bit of glue, just a little, put it here, just so I remember where I wanted it. I'll secure it in a bit. And don't forget to pull off your glue gun cobwebs. Okay, and I am just going to, let's see, pick it up like so. I like the position I have this hand in, so I didn't want to ruin it, or lose it, rather. Okay. All right. I'm liking that. Now these, wouldn't these be awesome at a Christmas market? You still have time. You've got time to make up dozens of these. Okay. So this one here, this hand's just going to stay where it is. There we go. So in this case, I'm just gluing this hand down. This one, I'm not too sure about because I do want to see if I can get him to grab the stick maybe. Okay, so I'm taking a dowel. Let's just see here. What do you think? Could I wrap it and glue it like so? That still look like a stick hand. Or we can move it up to the side a bit. And then we could glue the dowel down, but it looks like it's between his fingers. Just see. Like so. All right. And just a thick, these are just dollar store scissors, but they're thick. Look, right through that. No problem. And if you need a measurement, 6 inches-ish. I know, it can be infuriating when there's no precision with this. And like I said, that's why it's an excellent beginner project. Skills required? None. Right, just doing that like that. All right, so I bought these mini pom-poms. Oh, tiny they are. Just got them at, I'm in Canada, so Dollarama. Okay, but I thought these would be cute for the buttons. So I'm pulling 3 out for the buttons. I'll just stick that in here. Now I am going to show you how to embroider the buttons on first. I just need to find my black. All right. So to embroider the buttons, if you don't have, you know, pom-poms or beads or even little stones, little tiny stones, then you could do this. Okay, so I'm just going to show you quickly. Let's see here. I'm going to just going to go in over here. So it's the same way we did the mouth. Oh, and with this guy I made him eyebrows. I didn't like the eyebrows, so that's why you don't have eyebrows on this guy. If you need eyebrows, go ahead and put them. Okay, so we're just going with the black yarn. And his buttons go wherever you want them to go. And like I said, these were the ones that I embroidered. I'm just going to show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm not going to be going all the way through. I'm just going between the layers. So I'm going down, let's say 3 stitches, 2, 3 stitches. Pull, 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 gentle. Use your hands to guide that to place. So to get the circle, you're just going in and out the exact same hole repeatedly. The exact same holes, plural. Plural. Okay. And you just keep going like that till you get the shape you want. And then if you want, when you wanted to do your other one, you just kind of snake it through, kind of go through like so, and then start up, pick up another spot to start. Okay? I just wanted to show you that. I will be using the pom-poms, but I wanted to show you. All right, so I undid the embroidery that I was doing, just so I could get these adorable little teeny tiny pom-poms. Oh, look what I found. Okay, these little tweezers. And look, they're caked in glue, so they are crafting tweezers. Well, I'm just going to put a little dollop of glue anywhere. Just anywhere. And put that on it. See that? Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And, or you could put the glue on here and then position it. Okay. Okay, and since I pulled an extra one out, I'll do 4. Mine can have 4 buttons. And there. So there. Okay. Now, I've got the sign. So I'm just going with, it's okay to have a meltdown. You could always go like so. Just cut. It could be crooked. It's fine. Or you could tear. I think I'll go with tearing. I do art journaling, and I just love like the texture and the like ripple effect of tearing of paper. And we'll tear a little at the top. And there we go. There. I will go with that. And I'm going to grab a little bit of glue onto the back of this. Okay. And take part of the stick, stick it in. Just going to let that. So there, I've got my little meltdown sign. Now, I had decided I wanted to put this between here and here. First thing I'm going to do is just put a tiny bit on the bottom of the stick. I just want to secure the stick, or at least get it into position. There we go. Okay. Just going to glue it, and then I will be able to, tack a tiny bit of glue underneath the fingers just to hold it. And it also helps this wobbling. Now, just going to put a tiny bit of glue just under here. And yeah, in case you missed that, I just had a little glue oopsie, but that's okay. We fix it. Just go along. Keep going. Down. And this finger right here. All right. All righty. Let me just put him on one of these cardboard templates that we didn't use. Here we go. Okay, I'm in love. And there we go, we have it. Look. We had a meltdown today. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, well, my friends. Once again, our journey together has come to an end. Until next time, please be safe and stay well.